What is up, guys? Magic here, coming at you with my third episode of Running League Play. So this game was a flawless gameplay on the map Raid on SND. I pretty much just ripped the other team. The other team's ranks, they were 2 platinums, 1 top 10 master, and then a really low level master. So 2 kids were, pretty decent, and then there's just a couple Randys, not gonna lie. So as far as the gameplay goes, that's pretty much all I have to say. I want to thank you guys for 40 subscribers. It's really special to me. We've made it this far, only 2 weeks of uploading, and we're already this far. So I just can't wait for the future. Next big milestone is going to be 50, then 100. So let's try to get 5 likes on this video for that. Anyway, so what you guys are going to see tomorrow is a getting gameplays. That's pretty much where I go into public matches and get a nice gameplay, and that's going to be a team deathmatch episode. So one of the games I was sniping / cat 40. The other time I was using MSMC, shotgun, just switching it up. I think the other one was on drone. So yeah, you guys really should enjoy that. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was the MLG Season 3 draft that actually happened a couple days ago. And I didn't really get to cover this, but yeah, this was about 2 days late, but I still really want to give my input and like on the players drafted, to the organizations, what I think about the draft and stuff like that. So I think the draft is such a great idea. Not only because, it helps out the pro players who are already on the organizations, that if they're sick, if they have vacation, if their controller breaks, if anything, if any problem occurs, then they can have a fill-in and they'll have no worries, And another thing is I really think it's good because it gives amateurs a lot of exposure, and that's a really good thing. I mean, competitive Call of Duty has grown so much in the past 2 years even. Black Ops 2, that's when it really started growing. And, players like Scumpy and Assassin, OG players like that, man, they really didn't have to struggle as much as we did to get on big teams and stuff like that. And now that has grown so much, and hundreds on hundreds of people have the same idea of what they want to do as you, it gets a little bit tougher. And yeah, so that's why I think playing game battles, UMGs, getting a lot of pro points, game battles are the most important thing. I think that UMGs are good if you don't have enough money for tournament credits. Then you can play UMGs, win a wager, get some GB credits. But otherwise, I don't really think you should be playing UMGs only unless you're really a pro player or top player like Vengeance or Fatalize, stuff like people like that. But they're obviously one of them's Vengeance, obviously drafted now. Anyway, yeah. So I think that you should just grind GBs and just really get better at the game, and just think like that anybody can really get on a big team. So yeah, so let's get into the draft now. So the actual draft, I'm pretty sure the top 3,000 people were allowed to be invited. And so if you were top 3,000 on pro points, not GB rank, excuse me, pro points. So you had to play Ghost or some game like that. I'm pretty sure that gave you pro points. You can't play old games like Black Ops 2. That doesn't give you pro points. So if you're in the top 3,000, you can get drafted. And that really actually helps out the community, because GB stars like Bumzo, people like that, they got drafted, to help the pro teams, if they ever need to fill in for SND, and it could also pretty much help their strategy, because all those people that grind GB, SND all day, I mean, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna name a couple names at the end of people I'm really happy for that I know and that got drafted on the big organizations, and then here, let's get into the draft right now and talk about each pick and if I agree with it and what kind of pick I think that they should have made. So I'm just going to go ahead and read off all the teams that are in Season 3. So Team Justice, Team Elevate, Rise Nation, Optic Nation, Denial Esports, Radius Gaming, Team Caliber, FaZe, Team Envy, Curse, Optic Gaming, and Evil Geniuses. So I think the best picks of the whole MLG Pro Draft were Optic Nation stole Fizzerp, and Justice, Elevate, and Rise, they really choked. I mean, they could have gotten Fizzerp, but instead they got players like Bumzo, Jump, Shills, and those are all S&D GB All-Stars who are really, really good, but Fizzerp's the best, so you should have drafted him. Hands down, so Revan agrees, and everybody pretty much agrees that he should have been picked. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Optic drafted Firo, my good friend, shoutouts to Firo. No, I'm just kidding, but shoutouts to Firo for getting drafted. He drafted Big T, so if you like this gameplay, follow me on Twitter, follow my Twitch, and subscribe.